Amrita Rajpal. I've been teaching for 22 years, but I've been learning my whole life. And that's why I have a company called Edu Learn Grow. I'm a sports nutritionist. I'm an avid traveler and I'm an active Rotarian. I'm also the territory head for the Early Childhood Association Mumbai. I'm founder EduLearn Grow and co-founder the ABCD Show.
Hi, I'm Bela Kotwani, also known as Big B. Big for the size of my heart and B for Bela. A fun loving person with a great sense of humor and a passionate pickleball player. National Core Committee member of Early Childhood Association, founder and principal of Cosmic Kids International, co-founder Puppet Maestros, and co-founder the ABCD Show. The ABCD Show is a show where everything concerned with children is addressed.
We're going to get in eminent experts whose opinions matter. We're going to introduce you to new products. We're going to have theories unfold into practice. We'll discuss mental health and wellness. We'll look at best practices. We'll give you parenting tips and we'll explore tools and strategies to help you teach effectively.
So, if you are a preschool coordinator, parent, teacher, or anyone who has anything to do with children, this show is for you.
So don't forget to like our page to know more about our upcoming events. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the ABCD show. So, and for those who don't know Dr. Sangeeta, let me introduce her to you. So, we said we would get in experts. So, when you see this list of qualifications, you'll know that you're an expert over here. Welcome, Dr. Sangeeta.
Thank you so much, Amrita.
Welcome from me to Dr.
And
Sangeeta.
thank you, Bela.
Amrita, your video is frozen.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Now, I'm happy to introduce else who's watching this show.
I think Amrita, you're having some issues with your network.
Yes.
We can't hear you clearly. Oh, Amrita, we cannot hear you, Amrita. Can you hear us?
There is issue.
Yeah, I think let me just
So
call
she's
her.
been part of the education field since the last.
No, I think she's gone. Maybe she'll come in again.
Okay. Maybe you can
And then
carry.
let me. Oh, yeah, I've
Yeah.
got some of your introduction. She handed over to me before. Oh, she's come back.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, did you all hear what I said?
Nothing.
Or do
Please
I have
start
to
again. All over again from beginning.
I mean, I actually have to say that whole long list of qualifications.
Yes.
It's not necessary. You can just go
No,
ahead.
we have to. No, we have to.
Okay.
You know how people say you have to study for an exam paper? You have to study to say these qualifications. You have an M, you have a B.Ed, you have a PhD, you have a postgraduate diploma in management education. There's a lot. So she's been in the education field since the past 30 years. And she calls herself an instructional leader. And an instructional leader only holds this position of a principal and chief academic officer of the Kandivali Education Society, SVP Vidyalaya, and Sri T.B. Bhatia School of College of Science, K-12, since the past 21 years. My, what an achievement, Dr. Sangeeta.
Thank you so much.
School is 84 years old. It has 9,000 students from KG to 12 standard. So effectively, she's responsible for 9,000 students and 340 teachers.
Wow.
That is a lot. Really something to your credit.
Thank you.
She's also core committee member of ETST of LOFC. She's written a number of books. So her research-based book, Teachers Create Magic with CT, was written for teachers, published in 2015. Her poetry collection in Hindi, Kuch Pal Bhige, Kuch Pal Bhage, was published in 2016. English poetry collection written for children, Raindrops, was published in 2018. And her poetry-based workbooks in 4 volumes.
Wow.
And based on creative activity, a rhyme a day, fall in love with languages, with multilingual activities published in 17. And then there's also a compilation of poems by students written after undergoing poetry workshops, which were conducted by her. Unlock the Poet Within. It's on its way. The YouTube channel, Dr. Sangeeta Srivastava's Musings, has videos and stories from the Panjan Tantra in English, converted into poetry and sung by her. Sanskrit shlokas and prayers also for children. My God, this is a whole list.
We are happy to have you here, Sangeeta. Superb.
Thank you. Thank you
I
so
also
much.
want to share the awards she's got. I think it will be totally incomplete if you don't know so many things.
Yes.
You know, I can by far say this is the most educated educationist we've had on board. So
Oh my
far.
God.
She's got the Maharashtra State Award for the Best Teacher in 2017. She's got the Paryavaran Ratna Award, the Rotary Vocational Excellence Award, and the Abraham Lincoln Prerna Puraskar.
Wow.
You know, Dr. Sangeeta had written this whole list to me and she said, these are a few awards. So this is really...
Actually, I must say that like I've been there and I have done everything and each day. So, you know, it just happens like anybody, maybe even you all do all that. So nothing great.
You love your
No,
passion for
and
learning
another
and
thing
teaching.
that I'm
That's
really
nice.
proud
Yes,
is
yes.
humility that you have. You know, when you're saying this,
No.
it's really the
No,
mark
no,
of a
I
humble
tell my
person.
colleagues also, my teachers also, I push them to do something or the other every day, you know. I mean, because
So now I think the whole audience, including you're here to be pushed and ready to be pushed. So
Yes.
the
You're all
floor is
excited and
yours.
waiting.
okay, thank you so
Yes.
much. Thank you, Amrita, and thank you, Bela, for first of
That's
all
right.
having me with you all in ABCD. What a creative name you got. And
Thank
it is
you.
so like it's so I was so curious to know what does this ABCD mean, and when I read the details and I was so happy because creativity really excites me. And as you must have seen in my poetry, everybody, and I believe that everybody can be a creative. Even my children, my students, I tell them how to write poems and they write and they feel so happy. So I strongly believe that all of us are creative. It's only a matter that we think about it. You know, we have to just look inside a little bit and see whether we can do it or not. And most of the time people are scared to become poets, you know. It's nothing great. So should I start with my presentation?
Sure,
Please
sure.
do, please do.
Okay. And thank you for that wonderful you know, introduction. And okay. Can you see that?
Yes, we can
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we go here. So this was the platform where we are talking, and this is my topic, a rhyme a day. That's the way to fall in love with the languages. And mark that it is not just a language, but it is languages, because I believe in that a child in India especially goes through multiple languages right from the time the child is born. One is the mother tongue, one maybe if the mother father come from different linguistic states, then there are different languages right in the house, and then one another language in the school, and so, and with the friends. So we are a very culturally, linguistically very rich country. So whenever I do anything, any activity with my teachers or my students, I go into multi languages. So now, about what about poetry or rhymes? This is written by a very famous poet. You all must have heard about him, Neeraj. He says, "Poetry is the beauty of soul in form of words. It's good luck to be born as a human being, but it is very fortunate to become a poet. And anybody and everybody can become a poet. How? That's what I'm going to tell you in my this thing. And why we should think about becoming a poet. Somebody may feel that why should we become poet? There are so many poets, but just think about it. These are the famous poets of, say, 15th century, so many hundreds of years back. Geoffrey Chaucer, even today, the people take his name and the things that he has written in those times. Like, look at these four lines: "For if a priest be foul, on whom we trust, no wonder we should rust. Purity in blood, body and heart may please some. As for me, I make no boast. For as you know, no master of a household has all his utensils made of gold. Some are wood, and yet they are of use." Look at the simplicity of the language and look at the meaning. Who
Very
doesn't
deep.
know William Shakespeare, 17th century poet? And he says, all the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his lifetime plays many parts, his acts being seven ages. Till today, people quote it. Till today, everybody talks about it. So, doesn't it make sense that if you are a poet and simple things said in a prose manner and things told in a poetry manner make a lot of huge difference? Look at our Hindi poets, Kabir Das of 15th century. Even today, the young generation, I hear them singing these, Kabir Das ke dohe, and I feel so good about proud. I feel proud about our culture. And you all must be remembering this. Kaal kare so aaj kar, and aaj kare so ab, pal mein pralay hogi, bahuri kare to kab. Such meaningful lines that we should not waste time. Or some Rahim, he says, द प्रेम का धागा अगर एक बार टूट गया तो फिर से जुड़ता नहीं है, जुड़ता भी है तो उसमें गांठ पड़ जाती है. Now look at this lines. I don't want to go deep into all this, but I just want to bring my point here that to become a poet, it really makes a lot of sense. Now look at our NEP 2020. Let us come to the present age. We talked about 15th century onwards or even before that. Look at our Vedas. They were written 10,000, 12,000 years ago. I mean, they have passed on through generations only by oral recitations. You must have heard about it. And see how rich they are. Whatever we have is just a part of it. If we had the entire thing, we can't even imagine. And people from all over the world are learning Sanskrit today to just get into the Vedas to understand what is written there. And today, after so many, and Vedas were not written, they are called Shrut Granth, means they were heard from generations to generations and passed down to their students. And it was just it went on and on for so many years. So now NEP also talks about multilinguistic approach and towards the language of teaching. Now let us um, see what it says. It says that life skills, communication, cooperation, teamwork, rootedness, and pride in India's rich and diversity, modern culture, knowledge systems, and traditions. NEP stresses on that. It says through linguistic approach, we have to take include languages in teaching. So now, how can you teach everything, so many things to a small child? This I'm talking about the early childhood education, and not when the child is like in seventh, eighth grade. But this we are talking about early childhood and primary years. So many things. Yes, we can do everything with the help of a rhyme a day. NEP also talks about 3-month play-based school preparation module. You all must be knowing about it. Nowadays, we are all talking about the new education policy that is going to be implemented. And it says there should be a 3 months play-based school preparation module before the child gets into the primary section. And in those 3 months, the child should know alphabets, languages, numbers, colors, shapes, puzzles, drawing, painting, visual art, craft, drama, puppetry, music, movements, logical thinking, problem solving, and the list is endless. How can we do it? We can do all in one through a rhyme a day. So I have just put in here just to remind all the teachers, all those who are watching, who doesn't remember these poems we have by hearted in when we were in maybe third, fourth grade. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful. Why we remember it today? Because we were made to learn it by heart. And whatever we teach in a young age to a child, the research has proved. Fox has researched in his paper in 2001, he has written that any child who memorizes 8 nursery rhymes by the age of 4 becomes the best of the reader. And that is proved by the research. If you don't expose a child to this kind of rhymes and poems, it becomes very difficult, and otherwise it becomes so easy. Look at this um, uh, small little poem by Mangesh Padgaonkar, who used to write poems for children. And this is about bubble gum. If you all understand Marathi, Adi Baba देतात मग आणतात bubble gum. Adi Baba देतात छडी मग चॉकलेटची मिळते वडी. आई घेते वाचून गळा मग देते बटाटा वडा. Means these are simple poems, but then when the child learns these poems, he learns so many other things. What else he learns? He learns that there is a pattern to things. He learns that there are different sounding words with different meanings but same sounds. He learns a lot of things that we'll come and see. Let us talk about Panchatantra stories, which is our own thing. I normally, if you look at my work or my, I'm a bit biased about our own Indian culture. I feel very possessive about it, and I feel that we have so much of treasure which is lying there and which is not used. If you look at Panchatantra stories, these stories are, I don't know how many hundreds of years ago was written by Vishnu Sharman, and he wrote these. You must be all knowing that these stories were written for to teach those 4 princes who were not learning, and the king invited Vishnu Sharma to teach them. And he realized that these children are not going to listen to me. So what to do? He wrote these poems, stories, and he see look at the why it is called Panchatantra, because it contains 5 tantras. Panch means 5 and Tantra means system. Mitra Labh, that is gaining friends. Collection of stories related to winning friends. Mitra Bhed, losing friends. Collection of stories related to losing friends. Then Aparikshit Karkam, acting without thinking. Collection of stories about imprudence leading to losing what is important. Then Labdha Pranasam, that is laws of gains. Collection of stories when we lose things in difficult situations. Then this is about crows and owls, collection of stories about rules and strategies of war and peace. So from simple to complex, see this way the stories were written. Now how can we make use of it? I'm going to give you a small example how I used it. I picked up this story from this book, and it was written in a story form. I changed it into a poetry form, and I just made a small video in my
The
house.
monkey and the crocodile.
Can you hear?
There was a monkey who lived on apple tree, clever and happy to eat rose apples free. There was a monkey who lived on apple tree, clever and happy to eat rose apples free. The rose apple tree had abundant apples. He ate them alone without any hassles. There came a crocodile in search of some food. Monkey gave him apples, his heart was good. The crocodile and monkey became best of friends, sharing the apples and stories no end. Daily they met and talked about life. One day the croc said he also has a wife. What? You never told me about your wife. Please take some apples for your partner for life. Oh dear Crocky, these apples are delicious. Ask your friend for more, they are better than fishes. Monkey and Crocky spent evenings together, bringing more apples for Miss Crocky further. Once there lived a lion in a very vast jungle who killed and ate animals in a very large number. Once there lived a lion in a very vast jungle who killed and ate animals in a very large number. All the animals who lived there were very scared of him. All of us will die soon, chance of survival was dim. So they gathered courage and went to meet the lion with an alternate proposal. It was better than just dying. Your Majesty, please hear us before you try to kill us. You are king and we are your subject. Is there any fuss? If you kill all, you'll be left alone with only insects. How can a king be a
So,
king?
Just one sec.
Subjects.
Uh, Hello.
Yes.
I think has my screen stopped?
No.
No, we could see
Can-
very clearly, in fact.
No,
But-
now.
No,
Yeah,
no.
now it has stopped.
We can see you.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just come back. I think by mistake I stopped the screen. So this is just an example that anyone can take a story and convert it into a poetry and try to sing it, or say in a sing-song manner. Everybody may not be able to sing, but you can definitely try to read it for them. It becomes a little more interesting. Do you believe that? Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So we'll go ahead.
Shivali.
And okay. Um, so
The monkey and
okay. Now let us now come to the point. How can we start writing our own poems? Now, because I feel that you all must be wondering that, okay, ma'am, it's okay, you can write a poem, you're God gifted, or maybe you know, or you have practiced. How do we do it? So I'm going to teach you simple methods how anyone, all of you can think about writing poems and how we go about it. So we'll go now. This is the first step, that is called acrostic poems. You all are pre-primary teachers, you might be knowing about it. That this is the easiest way to begin writing a rhyme or a poem. So let's go ahead. Um, is my screen seen?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Because
can see your screen.
because I'm not able to go ahead. Something else has started. Why?
We can see
Somebody
the
else?
screen. Now it's
Okay.
come, yeah.
So, what is an acrostic poem? Acrostic poem is the first letter of each line spell out a word or phrase. It is easy to write because you don't not need it should not it may not rhyme, it may rhyme, it may not rhyme. Okay. Now, what are the 5 steps? So, first of all, first step is to decide what you want to write. Then you write those words vertically. I'll give you examples. Just listen to this first. And then you think about the words and phrases that describe your idea, and then you place those words next to the letter that you have written there, and then fill in the blanks. We'll go ahead and then we'll be able to make out. Like, for example, I want to write a poem about write a acrostic poem on poems. So you can see, I'll give you another example. For example, look at this worksheet. Now here we have made boxes on the left hand side and there's a line. For example, if I want to write a poem on your own name, that is the easiest way to write. Like here, homework. Example is given of homework. We write homework in vertical, HOMEWORK, and then try to write something about each letter. So here we have written homework, hard to do and sometimes. From O we write overwhelming. My teacher gives us homework. From E we write every single day. W, writing for hours, or reading for hours. Kids need a break. So it has taken a shape of a poem also. But this is an advanced stage, I would say. Even if you write just one word or one phrase, it takes a shape of a poem. In Hindi, if you see, Pathshala, the school, पढ़ो लिखो और बढ़ो, ठोकर ना खाओ, शाबाशी पाओ, लाभ ही लाभ उठाओ. This is one example. This is another example of earth. Suppose I want to make a poem. You tell children, today is the Earth Day. Let us write a poem on Earth. Let them write anything that comes to their mind. First, let them write the word Earth vertically, and then from each letter, you write something about the Earth. Here we wrote, Earth is beautiful. A lot of plants live here. Recycling helps. Tell a friend to clean up. Help in plantations. So this is maybe for little older children. Even the younger tiny tots also can be made to write. But here we are talking about the teachers. First, teacher has to learn. So that's why I have given such examples that, and then in the previous example, as you saw, that I have taken only the first letter. This is for beginners, but you can also take any letter from in between any sentence. For example, it's poem. We want to write a acrostic on poem. Pick up a pen, we highlight P. Think of a topic, we highlight O. Be creative, use your imagination. There's a mistake there. Similarly, in school, rows of desks, teachers explain, pencils sharpened, going over the facts, writing poems and essays. The bell rings finally. Star shines and twinkles in the night. There is a plethora forever and ever. So when we begin by this method, gradually you will see that we take steps and see that we are able to write some poem or a rhyme. So acrostic can be about anything. Names are a common topic. For example, if my name is Sangeeta, I can begin my first step can be to write an acrostic poem with each letter of my name, give some quality or some thing that I like to my name, it to make a little sense, and then go on. Try using one of your best friend's name and give it to him or her as a gift. You can use single words, phrases, or even full sentences in your acrostic poem. So now I wanted to give you a 3 minutes exercise. Please pick up your paper and pen if you have, and if you don't have, please grab it. And you have to write an acrostic poem. You have 3 minutes, and we'll just stick to that 3 minutes time. You can, to begin with, right, you can use your name, your friend's name, your family member's name, your child's name, anything, and make your own poem. So here we go. Time starts now. So, since it isn't, I can't see all of you, so it doesn't make a lot of sense that I give you 3 full minutes. So, what we'll do is, I leave you with that. You carry on, complete it. If towards by the end of this our time, if you are able to come up with a poem, we'll give you time to say it aloud. Or I don't know what the system in today's webinar. I don't think you can say that, but you please.
Do you want, sorry to interrupt, do you want someone to share, if anyone
Yes,
has
yes,
something to
yes.
share? Do you want to put
Yes.
up your hand or say you're
Okay.
done and we can call you out?
Yes, you can. So when as
So
soon
then
as
you
you
can
are,
get instant feedback.
yes. So now let's go ahead. Now you
No,
for
because 3 participants have raised their hands. So should
okay.
we call them on?
Yes, yes, it will be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. How do we see?
Bela, can you do that?
Have you made me the host?
Yeah, I can make the host. Yes.
Yeah, first we have Jagruti now. I'm allowing Jagruti to speak. Jagruti, you can come on. Jagruti, you can unmute yourself and Jagruti, are you coming?
You have to unmute yourself, Kriti.
Jagruti.
Okay, I also have
Have you done
which I'm
something?
going to read out till Jagruti comes.
Okay,
Deema
Amrita.
says, R for ravishing is what I am. E,
Okay.
extremely passionate about the things I do.
Yes.
E, ever smiling. M, music loving. Acrostic is what I'm learning right now. Wonderful.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful.
And
Yes.
Shelley says, smiles and shapes, happiness spread all over, awesome to be around, interesting to teach, loving and caring is my trait. Yes, 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 I'm a friend.
Wow. This was really good.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. And I'm sure everybody can do this, because this is a first step for writing, to becoming a poet, or everybody can do it, especially if you're a teacher. 100% you can do it. What you need is really just a pencil, a piece of paper, a small notebook, and
Right.
don't worry about rhyming or spelling and punctuation. So this is the first rule for the beginners. Later on, of course, you have to worry about spelling and punctuation too, but when you start writing, don't worry about those things. Just see that it makes some sense and you go on. Now, for example, alligator or a crocodile is a very good subject to write a funny poem. For example, now an alligator or a crocodile has some peculiar qualities, like alligator is supposed to be very mean, so we can write a very kind hearted alligator who was very sad because we get crocodile tears. No? We can write that about crocodiles. And he was very sad because people thought that he was very mean. Or we can write the alligator never brushed his teeth and he had 147 cavities. So we can teach them so many things using one object. Here I have chosen alligator because it's very interesting for children also, and crocodiles also, because normally we don't get to see them. We get to see them in the zoo, or any when we go out we can't see them everywhere or on the TV. And they have so many teeth. Now we can use the teeth to teach them numbers, to teach them about environment awareness, because this is getting very fast. It is what is it called, extinct. So people are making efforts to save them. We talk about conservation of environment using one poem of crocodile or alligator. We can teach them numbers, we can teach them rhyming, language. We can create stories like this. That alligator loved to ride the elevator. Now we can teach 2 3 4 5 good difficult words, and children learn poetry very fast. Any one of us feel that a child is very at a very young age, 2 year 3 year, he won't be able to learn. You try and see if it interests them. अगर उसको fancy आ गया, oh, alligator and elevator, he will definitely learn about it, and he will learn the spelling. He will, whatever you want him to do, he will do. That is what my experience says. Then we go ahead. Now, if you're really serious, if you think that yes, I'm making sense, then go ahead and buy a rhyming dictionary. You get them in the market. Nowadays, it's easier. You can do it on the phone, on the internet. Just type a word. I normally do many times. Like when I was doing this Panchatantra poem, I have done some 5. And many times when it's a long story, you think about the rhyming, because the last word has to rhyme. Otherwise, it doesn't go very well with the. It doesn't look like a poem. So you type that word in the Google. Just type the word. Suppose you want a rhyming word of dictionary, type dictionary and say rhyming dictionary rhyming. Itna bhi likha na, you'll get hundreds of rhyming words with dictionary, and you can pick the one that matches your idea. So it becomes so easy to create a poem. Then a regular dictionary, because sometimes we should not use wrong words. Sometimes two words, out of those two, English is, what kind of language it is. Out of those two words, one word is more apt and the other word may not be that. both have same meaning, but some words go better in certain situations. So we need a regular dictionary and a thesaurus which gives different words for the same meaning. These are some of the suggestions. That there is a complete rhyming dictionary by Clement Wood, which is very good. Then these are some online rhyming dictionaries: poetryforkids.com, Rhyme Zone online rhyming dictionary, or any other. You just type, I told you the easiest way, type the word on the Google, it gives you hundreds of the rhyming words. Now, the next step is you have to sit down and start writing, because unless you collect yourself and sit, you can't just write by doing, just in a jiffy. You have to really take out some time, write, rewrite, edit, and sometimes you get stuck on some point. Just leave it there, walk away, do something else, come back with new eyes. Just like, if you have seen a sculptor, when he takes a stone to carve something, he goes on carving. Initially it comes out as a, broadly, and then he goes on making it finer and finer, and the final result, how it comes out, you can't even imagine what he did. You must have seen in the wax studios, what do you call it, wax museums,
Museums.
where they copy the person, how they must be making it finer and finer. Same way you have to do with your rhyme or a poem that you have made. And don't criticize yourself for your poetry. Instead, congratulate yourself every time you write something. So as I told you, you don't have to worry in the beginning about how you started writing something. For example, if you took this topic of writing about yourself, don't worry, I have to end somewhere. You can just write. Don't worry about the rhyming. Don't worry about the meter. That is in the beginning. It will automatically come, because there are some free verses also, where you can just write in a flow that comes to your expressions. In the free verses, expressions are more important. You can just write. It's not necessary that it should rhyme. It can be anything. It is just your emotions and expressions. That is also called a poem. And humor, it helps, really helps a lot, because I read this poem, and if you want, I can just go through it fast. How much time we have? Yeah, we have. So, this mischievous pup got hold of my homework and gobbled it up. My dog ate my homework. It's gonna be late. I guess that the teacher will just have to wait. My dog ate my homework. He swallowed it whole. I shouldn't have mixed it with food in his bowl. I tried to do my homework, but a show was on TV, a song was on the radio, a friend was texting me, my email chimed, and so, of course, I had to look at that. It clinked me to a video of someone's silly cat. I watched a dozen videos and then I played a game. I almost didn't hear her when my mother called my name. I looked up at the clock and it was time to go to bed. I didn't get my homework done, just other stuff instead. I hope my teacher listens to the cause of my inaction. It really not my fault. It's just one big distraction. Misunderstood, mistreated, and harassed. For this week at the science, my project came in last. I toiled away for weeks and weeks, and yet, to my surprise, I didn't win a ribbon, not a trophy, nor a prize. The science fair is the most unjust of contests anywhere. It may be scientific, but it's not fair. Now see from where it started and where it ended. And it's a famous poem actually. So we don't have to worry about the journey of the poem. Just write whatever comes to your mind. And this is the best example actually, that you can just go on, and whatever comes and whatever happens in front of you. You can make a poem funny by using surprise endings, by exaggerating, like, um, I rode a bicycle with a speed of 1,000 kilometers per mile, or my teacher gave me hundreds of pages of homework. These are exaggerations. Or using opposites, like I told you about a kind-hearted crocodile, or a mean crocodile, or a tiny elephant, or a very slow racing car. These are opposites. Then you can put your ideas in unusual place using funny words. Unusual place, like, crocodile, alligator in the elevator, that way. A special type of wordplay known as pun, and a combination of all the above you can do. So this is a poem where we can just simple things. I'm going to tell you very simple things which you, in your day to day teaching, you can just convert it into a poetry or a rhyme and then teach. Like this: 7, 6, and 9 all sat to dine. Now 6 is scared of 7 because 7, 8, 9. This is an old joke told in a form of a poem. Um, so, you know what? We say that whenever we do a creative work like creating a poem, it is an exercise to our mind. Just like we exercise our body by giving it, going to the gym or walking or doing yoga. Similarly, when we do something creative, it gives exercise to our mind, and poetry creation is a good mental exercise. Now, this is one very simple poem which I made, and as I do, I just use my small space here and then record it with my phone and make a poem. And it is in Hindi also and English also. I'll show you the English one.
Come on, everyone, let us learn our numbers 1 to 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, live more, love more. 1, 2, 3, 4, live more, love more. 5, 6, 7, 8, get up early, never late. 5, 6, 7, 8, get up early, never late. 9, 10, 11, 12, keep your books on the shelf. 9, 10, 11, 12, keep your books on the shelf. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So here we are, 1 to 20.
Wasn't it very simple and easy to do? Yes, it was. And then you can give them activities based on this simple. First you teach them, they will all learn it by heart. Then give them work, give them to color, make those numbers and ask them to color it, make a title of it, fill in the blanks. There are so many seven dash teachers in your class. There are dash days, as you all do always. Ascending order, descending order, so many activities you can do. You can think and you can make a number of activities with just one simple exercise. And when NEP talks about integrating everything into that for a child of 3.5 to 4-year-old, this is how you can do it. We can't tell them you should have teamwork. No, give them this work. You can create a teamwork here. How? You can ask somebody, one person can make this kind of pictures of numbers, one person can decide about the colors, what color should go where, and what kind of eyes should be made. Look, children, in 2, 3, 4 batches, you can give them little activities, divide it in the class, and then create a small competition. And then they learn teamwork, they learn to help each other, they learn to understand the academics thing, and their motor skills. You can give activities where their communication skills are developed. Hundreds of things you can do with just one rhyme. Now, this example that I'm going to give you is about multilingualism, and it's not necessary that uh, you have to create your own thing. If something is already there available, you can make a similar kind of poem in your own mother tongue. Like in my nursery, this Rhymer Day workbook, I always give one poem in English, and I ask them that you just write the same poem in your mother tongue. So the child has to just copy the idea from there, but he has to translate it to his mother tongue and try to rhyme it, try to make it better. So that gives, they teach us a lot, many things. Now here this poem, all of you must have learned this poem, Ere Ere Pausa. All those who in Mumbai, in the schools, you have learned this poem. Now look at this song. It's made into a video, but look at, pay attention to the poem, how everything is changed, but it is done it that way.
ये रे पावसा तुला देतो पैसा, ये रे पावसा तुला देतो पैसा, पैसा झाला खोटा पाऊस आला मोठा, पैसा झाला खोटा पाऊस आला मोठा.
तुम्हाला पावसाशी बोलावंसं वाटतं, पण त्यांनी तुमच्याशी गट्टीफू केलेली असते. त्यांनी लवकर यावं, तुमच्या मनासारखं पडावं, शाळेला सुट्टी मिळावी म्हणून तुम्ही त्याला सांगता,
And there's another, so with this one poem, you can teach them so many things. You can teach them about the seasons. You can teach them about rainy season. You can teach about so many things about rainy season. We saw whatever things we saw in that video, everything can become a topic for them to learn. And similarly, this was a very this is called, you know, situational poem. Now if I don't know whether how many of you understand Marathi, but if we talk about online school, because at the moment online school started, here is a child talking to the Google, and is calling Google Nath, and he says, सांग सांग Google Nath, mouse अडकेल काय, कम्प्युटर हा बंद पडून सुट्टी मिळेल काय, सांग सांग गुगलनाथ बाईच्या माईक बिघडेल काय, ओरडून ओरडून शिकवताना घसा बसेल काय, गुगलनाथ खरं सांग एकदा, आठवड्यातून वायफाय बंद पडेल का रे तीनदा, गुगलनाथ. Now this poem is about that he is asking the Google that whether will you falter so that we get holiday. Similarly, you can write the same poem in English, in Hindi, in Gujarati, in your own mother tongue, whatever it is. And thus the love for language develops like this. When a child tries to, if I give this poem to the children who know Marathi, if your mother tongue is Marathi, and I ask him, because he studies in an English medium school, I will say, okay, now this poem, because it is very interesting, first explain them the meaning and tell them, now you write the same poem in English. And I'm sure children are going to enjoy that activity.
Love the poem, Sangeeta. Have you written the poem?
No, this poem is not my poem.
Very nice poem.
It's
Thank
very,
you.
very cute. Actually, I liked it very much. That's
Yeah,
why
it's very sweet.
I didn't get the poet name also. I just found it from the Google. So
I saw that all those songs had a voiceover. So was that?
that is mine.
voiceover
That
yours?
is mine. Yes. That I do. I do it on my phone. Like I do it here only. No big gadgets. I just do it on my phone.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
This is so
Thanks.
inspiring. It's giving all of us motivation to
I
do
think everybody can do that. कैसे करना है मैं बता दूंगी technicalities. Okay. So there are so many other things. Like we can use such words like these are called anagrams, where the all the letters are same, but the meaning changes. Like teach and cheat, listen and silent, fast and fats, creative and reactive, sweet and waste, bedroom and boredom, exist, exits, stain, saint. So you see the letters are same, but they have totally different meanings, and lot of exercise can be done with this, with the help of this kind of words. Find out words. You get everything nowadays on the internet. So this is another activity where you can give them a list of such words on a paper, and then ask them to use these words and make their own poem. So you will find that there are some rhyming words I have given in the list. It's like, in a basket, you give them all the things, and then they will just pick up and try to match it. So khilna and milna, or I can say bandar and sundar, or rona and khona, I can see. Similarly, in English, we say, I can see wonderful, and there will be another word like that. So broken, or donkey, monkey, fall, all, tall. So that way we can give such words to them and ask them that now you make poem which makes sense, but use these words for rhyming. Okay. What happened? Okay. So yes, so this was the last slide, and I will stop here. Okay. So this was what I have presented. Now we can I also wanted to tell that there are so many tongue twisters that children should be exposed to. Like I remember the tongue twisters that we learned as a child in our primary school. Still, I remember them, because that is the age, up till the age of, I think, 7 or 8 years, whatever is being taught to us, we may forget it, obviously, but it stays in our subconscious mind. Like this tongue twister of everybody must be knowing, Betsy Butter bought some butter, but she found her butter bitter, so she bought some more butter to make her butter better. Everybody knows. Yes.
We
Everybody
used to
knows
race
that.
this in school, and who could say it faster?
Yes, yes. And these tongue twisters really, they teach you a lot because they help you for your language development, your clarity of your pronunciations, and speaking skills, of course. And also, we can ask them to make such tongue twisters. Find the words with the same first letter and make it. Yeah, see, she sells seashells on the seashore. Everybody remembers because we learned it in our school time. It stays with
Seashells
us.
on the seashore. Yes.
Yes. So what are we as teachers? What is our job? We have to put in as much as possible into our children's minds because it will go into the subconscious mind. And they say that throughout our lives we use only 10% of our mind. 90% just stays there and it is not used. So try to put as much as possible during that age. जितना डालोगे उतना वो जाते जाएगा, जमा होते जाएगा in their hard disk, and it will stay there. It doesn't go ever. So open to questions or any other things. And I hope it was it was some learning happened here.
It was very eventful.
Some
This
takeaway. I
program
mean,
was so nice because really, Srivastava, what was so beautiful about this thing was that you've given away things they can use tomorrow.
of course, of course.
You know,
Yes.
yeah.
Right now,
It's not
right
that Kabhi, you have to learn more, try. You know,
now. Amrita, one more thing I
there
would
is
say.
Neha who is like,
Sorry.
sorry, please continue.
No, I was saying one more thing, that you should start immediately, because don't hesitate to. Many times people say, "No, वो poet है, उसका हमें सुनना नहीं." ठीक है, we are not asking you to become poet, but this is a profession you have chosen. You come as teachers. I think all of us here are teachers who are here. So once you have chosen this profession, it is your moral responsibility to
Yes.
be first creative yourself and then make your children creative, isn't it?
True.
Yes.
Absolutely. I have a question
Any
here
question?
from Neha. Neha Mehta says, can you tell us the quality of recording this?
Okay. So what I do is I use, see, if you, there are nowadays many apps are available, singing apps. And in those singing apps, if you have your poem ready, then if you search into that app, you will find some guitar beats are there, some beats are available. And then if you can, like, I have trained myself to do that. I mean, I have learned myself, self learning, how to use those apps and sing. Or you can just play some ready-made music on those that Casio player, that what is it called, that player,
Yeah,
what is it called, piano,
the
not the
Casio only.
synthesizer. Yes. So it has a lot of a bank of rhythms and music. You can play any one rhythm to suit your poem, and then use your phone with the earphone, use the recorder, and place the everything in such a way that everything gets recorded properly. And here you are. Not much technology. Yes. If you think that you have to be a good singer, I don't think so. Be as a teacher, everybody has some voice quality, because a teacher, and if you want to learn, you can learn also. Anybody can sing. My guru used to say that anybody who can talk can sing. Means all human beings can sing. Only animals don't sing. Anybody who can talk can sing.
I can't see any more questions. Can you see any questions? Have we missed them in the chat?
Mm,
Lot of praises, Sangeeta, for you. Lot of compliments.
Thank you so much. I'll be very happy if, as a feedback, if I get any one of you writing your poem and sending, like, my,
Sure, definitely.
because
You can share your page here if you have something you can write to. You can write in the chat box, or you can even announce it.
see, you can write to, you can write, I can give you my number. You can write me for the moment. You can write to me on the WhatsApp. Yeah. Or should I write it here?
Yeah, you
share
can
my
write in the
number.
chat box. Yes, surely.
You can share my number. Okay.
I think Amrita's lost here and she has your number, so
Okay. I'll just write down.
just put it down. Yeah.
And very soon, that Google platform I'm making where people can just write their own things and we can share and with the children also. Then I'll share that with you all.
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah, sure.
Any more questions? I'm
Uh,
sorry.
Can you make me host, Bella, please?
I just make it the host. Yeah, I've just done that, Amrita.
Somebody was asking about teaching learning fun. Yes, we have to make fun. Even NEP talks about it, that the children should be given all academics in a fun method, fun way. And now teachers, you have to find ways how to create fun, and you have to think about it. How can my lecture be full of fun? And that's how learning automatically takes place, because then you don't have to worry much about whether children are listening or not.
Again, there's a request for your number, Sangeeta. You okay sharing on
I,
the group?
you can give them, yeah, no problem.
Give
Can
us
you
a
write down
link.
the number?
I just wrote on the chat.
I think it's
Yeah, I
gone
have
to
written.
the panelists. It's not gone to them.
Acha, so how do we? Because I'm not getting that option. Can I say that if people can write it down? Because I'm not getting. I'm only getting the panelist thing. Panelists and attendees. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your number has come. Thank you, Sangeeta.
Thank you
I
so
think
much,
overall
Bella.
are fantastic sessions. Such lovely
Thank you so
ideas
much.
you've got, how to do the rhyming words, how to even make your little video like you shared with them. I think it's superb. And I loved your idea of giving them rhyming words to the children. They can make their own rhyme. That's
Yes.
really fantastic. So thank you, Sangeeta, for this wonderful session today.
Thank you. Thank you
Sure,
for
there are
having
no more
me.
questions. Anything on Facebook? Can I see if somebody has any questions there? Let me just check 1 minute. Not really. They all are all praises. That's it. I think we don't have any more questions. And I think we've
Thank
lost
you.
Amrita back. Today there's been a lot of technical issues
I don't know why.
with the
Yes.
internet. Yes.
Yes.
But thank you once again, Sangeeta, for being here with
Thank
us.
you.
It was
Thank you
truly
so
our
much.
pleasure and we really enjoyed this session with you. I would
Thank
also like to announce the next session on 21st October at 4 p.m. The topic is effectiveness of Montessori pedagogy in early years. The speaker is Neeta Savlani. She's the founder and head of School of Early Childhood Learning Center India, CEO of Gold Kids International, having an extensive international education of over 22 years. So we are excited to have her to next time on next Wednesday. So stay tuned. Please like our Facebook page and our YouTube channel and stay connected. Lots more in store for all of you. Thank you
Thank
once
you,
again.
me,
Dr.
Amrita,
Sangeeta,
and
I have
Bella.
a request from
Rekha,
Rekha
make
Shani. She
Yes,
says you have to make her sing.
yes.
me.
Let's hear you sing something nice for us.
um, we are talking about nursery rhymes. I don't know what to sing. Like,
You can sing anything you like.
It need not be a nursery rhyme. They're
Yeah,
giving
now
the
we are all educators here sitting, so you can just sing whatever you like. It doesn't have to be nursery rhyme.
uh,
You want to sing a Sanskrit shloka? Is that good with you?
okay, but that will be boring, no? Don't you think so?
make it some nice and peppy song for everybody.
Oh, okay. All right.
I can sing this song, which is very good for educators. They can sing it to their children also.
Okay.
It's a very old song. मीठी मीठी बातों से बचना जरा, दुनिया के लोगों में है जादू भरा। मीठी 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 बातों से बचना जरा, दुनिया के लोगों में है जादू भरा। मीठी मीठी बातों से खूब चीज है इल्म जिसे कोई चोर भी ले न सके। भर ले खजाना तेरा जमाना, जग में रहेगा तेरा नाम सदा। तूफानों से नहीं डरूंगा, देश का ऊंचा नाम करूंगा। शाबाश, मीठी मीठी बातों से बचना जरा, दुनिया के लोगों में है जादू भरा। मीठी मीठी बातों से मीठी मीठी।
Lovely. What a way
It was
to end the
truly
session.
playback material.
Thank
What
you
a
was
so much.
melodious voice, I must say. Superb.
Thank you. That's a God's
Very
gift.
nice. As sweet as you. The voice
you
was
so
as
much.
sweet as you. Really
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you once again. Wonderful
And I
having
wish
you
you
here.
all the best, Amrita and Bela. First of all, again, congratulations for this wonderful name that you have, ABCD, and wish you all the best for your future webinars and all your future project that you have. Wish you all
Thank
the
you,
best.
Sangeeta. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for being on our show. It's
Yes.
truly an honor for us.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
And I
you.
can see
Bye-bye.
all the people over here. I have written such lovely things to you. When you have time, please do go through all the comments, because the comments are beautiful and they are all so happy with your show.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. See all of you. See you all next Wednesday.
Yes.